Let's look at the construction of this isometric block as we have here that draw the block in isometric projection as shown. So we are to replicate this. We have dimensions that we are going to use to form this object. So what I'm going to do first is to produce this face without this part, okay? So then from there, we'll be able to bring out other parts that we have here. So let's talk about the dimensions that we have for this face that we have here, this face alone. So here we have that distance from here to here is 70 millimeters. It is given to us here. And then we have that, from here to here is 40 millimeters. And the length from here to this end is 60 millimeters that we have here. So we are making use of these three dimensions to produce this face without this one. So let's start and see how that can be done. So what we are to do first is that we are going to draw a short horizontal line here. So here I'm having a short horizontal line at this point here. I'm having it here now. So this is the short horizontal line, and then I'm going to take my set square and I will 30-degree set square. So I'm going to draw a line in this direction. So the line goes in this direction like this. Okay, so let's indicate that point, so which is the lowest point, even if it is not shown to us in the diagram. So I'm taking this as my lowest point A here. So this is the lowest point A. So then from this point here, we are going to draw a vertical line from this point up. So we draw a vertical line. So this is the vertical line. So it goes up here. Then I'm going to take a measurement of 60 millimeters from this point. So 60 millimeters from here to here. This is 60 millimeters. So at this point also, I will draw a vertical line. At this point, we draw a vertical line. At this point, so this is the vertical line. So then on this vertical line, I will take a measurement of 70 millimeters from this point, 70 millimeters up. So this is 70 millimeters here. So I'm going to transfer this distance. I will take it to this side. So I'll take it to this side. So okay, so with the set square, so we draw the line in this direction. So we have it here like this. Okay, then so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to, okay, so I need to show you one dimensions that we have here. So we have that from here to here is 10 millimeters, and from here to here the total is 15 millimeters that we have here. This is 10 and this is 15 millimeters. So we have to take those two measurements, okay, or two dimensions. So from this point, I will take 10 millimeters in here like this, and then coming to this point, I will take a measurement of 15 millimeters inward like this. Okay, so from this point, we are going to draw a vertical line from this point down. So we take a vertical line down here. So from this point, so draw a vertical line down like this, and then come to this point also, draw a vertical line down here. We have this. So on this vertical line, I'll take a measurement of 40 millimeters from here down like this. Okay, this is 40. Then I will transfer this distance, or this point, I will transfer it onto this line. So just come to this point. So with the set square, and then so draw this line from here to touch this line. So we have this. So we have produced the face that I talked about. I'm talking about this particular face that we have here. So this face that we have here without this part. All right, so let's now fix this part. Let's fix it on this face. Okay, so this is what you are to do. Let's talk about the dimensions on that first. So here we have that we have three dimensions. We have that from here to here is 20, from here to here is 10, and from here to here is 20. So we have those three dimensions to make use of to produce that part on this face here. So what you have to do is that, so come to this point with the set square, set the set square like this, and then draw a line from this point in this direction. Then on this line, so we are taking a measurement of 20 millimeters. This is 20 millimeters here. Okay, here we have 20 millimeters. Okay, so then at this point here, so draw a vertical line. So take a vertical line up this line, so it goes up like this, and then take 10 millimeters on this line up, 10 millimeters up. This is 10 millimeters up. Okay, then coming to this point here, take 20 millimeters from this point, take it to this side. This is 20 millimeters. Then, so from this point, draw a line. From this point, draw a line in this direction, and then so join these 2 points at this point. So transfer it onto this line, and also draw a vertical line at this point here. So draw a vertical line at this point like this. Come to this point here, also draw a vertical line up here like this, and then transfer this 10. So transfer this 10 onto this line. So transfer it onto this line like this, and then turn the set square this way. So transfer this onto this line to touch this line, and then come to this point here. So transfer this point here, okay, then turn it this way, come to this point here, and then you draw a line from here to touch this. So you can see that we have attached that block onto this face. Okay, now so let's look at the next thing that we are to do with what we have here. Let's look at the next thing to do. So I want us to go this way. So let us work on this face. Let's bring out this face here. Okay, let's bring out this face and also this face. Let's work that out. So what are we to do to bring out those 2 faces that I showed there? So let's go. So we come to this point here. So come to this point. So at this point here, so draw a line in this direction. So draw a line in this direction, and then you come to this point here. You also draw a line in this direction. Then come down here at this point. So draw a line from this point. Let it go in this direction. So we have this. Okay, so now take a measurement. So we take a measurement. So where is that measurement that I'm talking about? I'm talking about distance from here to here. Okay, and it is given here. So we have that from here to here is 10, from here to here is 10, from here to here is 10. That is 30 millimeters as shown to us here. So the length from here to here is also 30 millimeters. So we have to take a measurement of 30 millimeters. So from here, so take 30 millimeters from here. So 30 millimeters. So take it inward like this. This is 30 millimeters. So then with the set square being set this way, so set the set square on the T square like this, and then draw a line from here to touch this line. So we have produced that. So from this point here, from this point, so draw a vertical line down from this point to bring this face out. So just draw a vertical line like this. So we have produced this face now. So the next thing that we are going to do, so let's come to the front here. So let's come to the front here. So let's come and produce this shape that we have here. So let's come to the front. So to work on that front face, so we have to come to this point here. So we come here, and then we draw a line from this point in this direction. So draw a line in this direction. Okay, then let's take the measurement that we have at the front here. We have 10, 10, 10. So take 10 millimeters from here to here. This is 10, and then this is another 10, and this is another 10, making 30. So at this point, so on each of these points, we are to draw a vertical line. Then before that, I want us to do something. Let's come here. So let's come here, and let's draw a line from this point in this direction. Okay, so that when we draw a vertical line from here, it will touch that line. So we come to this point here. So draw up a vertical line like this. Okay, we have this, and then come to this point here. So come to this point. So draw a vertical line from this point to touch this, and then come to this point here. So draw a vertical line here to touch this, and then you come to, okay, so we have those 3 points. Okay, we have them in place already. So what we are to do now is that, so we come to this point. So come to this point here. We have already taken a measurement of 15 from here to here. So come to this point here, and then so draw this line, draw a line from here in this direction. Then so you come to this point, on the set square this way. So come to this point here. So draw a line, a short line inward like this, and then come to this point. So draw a short line inward like this, and then so come to this point here. So draw this line, let it touch this. Okay, then on this line, so take a measurement of 5 millimeters inward from here. Take 5 millimeters inward. This is 5 millimeters here. Transfer this point to the other line. Just transfer this to the other line here. So we transfer this to the other line that we have here like this. Okay, so then I'll come to this point. Okay, come to this point down here. So draw a line inward to the cut. There's a cut here. So then we'll come to this point here at this particular point. Okay, so we are to draw a vertical line down from this point. So I will make it a thick line at once. So just come here and make it a bold line. So make the line a bold line like this. So draw it as a vertical line and make it bold. Let it touch this one. Okay, so looking at what we have here, so we already have everything in place, and then so you have to come to this point and draw a line from here. So from this point, draw a line from here to touch this line. Okay, so everything is in place as given to us. So what we are to do now is to bring out the visible outlines and edges. So this line will be made a bold line from here to here, and then this vertical line too, so make it a bold line from here to here, and then this line, so make it visible from here to here, and then this line, make it bold from here to here. Okay, so here also make this line a thick line, make this line a thick line from here to here, and this line, so make it a thick line from here to here. Okay, so there's a line at this point that we need to produce from this point. So we draw the line from here to touch this line, just a short line like this, and then this line we make it a thick line from here to this end here. Okay, so I still have one vertical line here, so from here to here make it a thick line. Okay, and then this short line, a thick line from here to here. So and then this also, and this line, so we have to do this. So then on this side, so we make this line, so a thick line from here to this end, and this also a thick line from here to here, and then this line, so we also make it a thick line from here to here. Okay, so coming up here, so we make this line more visible, also this line from here to here, and then this line, so make it a thick line, this also a thick line, also this line, so make it a thick line, make this also a thick line from here to here. Okay, so what else do we have? So here on this side, so I'm to make this line bold, and then this line too. So this line, we should have done this before. Okay, all right, so we come up here, so we also make this line a thick line from here to here, this line a thick line from here to here, and this line. Okay, so this line, okay, and this line here. Okay, so this line also need to be made a thick line, and this line, then this line. Okay, then coming up here, so this particular line, and then so this line here, so this line. All right, so looking at what we have here, so this is, and then so I have a line here, so I have this line, so this line has to be made a thick line. So looking at what we have here, so we have completed the isometric view of this object. So this is it, this is what we are given, and this is what we have done. Thank you, and God bless you.